Hi everyone, Teddy Baldassarre with TeddyBaldassarre.com. In this video, we're looking at a watch from Victorinox with the Victorinox Swiss Army Field Watch. So in this video and on this channel, we cover watches available for purchase on our website, TeddyBaldassarre.com, as a full authorized dealer. So in this video, deep dive on this timepiece, final points of consideration at the end, but also throughout this video, if you have further questions, check out the link in the description to the product page where you can learn more, as well as purchase the watch. But guys, let's jump into the video, take a closer look at this watch. Founded in Switzerland in 1884, Victorinox as a brand is perhaps better known for its high-quality assortment of cutlery and, of course, its legendary Swiss Army collection of pocket knives. However, since 1989, the brand has also produced robust Swiss tool watches with the modern Airboss and Inox collections, each offering capable specifications as well as a solid value proposition for the level of Swiss watchmaking on display. The new Victorinox Swiss Army Heritage Collection, released late last year, leans into the heritage established by the brand's earliest collection of field watches in the late 80s and early 90s. With a basic design defined by a brushed stainless steel 40mm case and legible military-inspired dial, the Swiss Army Heritage is offered with a wide variety of dial colors, case treatments, strap options, and even a bracelet. For the purpose of this review, we'll concentrate on the olive green dial variant with a NATO-style strap priced at $300, but we also have 4 other references to get an idea of the different dial colors, leather straps, and the bracelet offerings. Starting with a conversation on the wearing experience presented by the Swiss Army Heritage, the case measures at 40mm in diameter, 49.5mm lug to lug, and a thin 9mm thickness. For me, the watch wears true to size or slightly larger as an effect of the broader lug to lug, but it is impressively comfortable on the wrist with the help of that abbreviated thickness of 9mm, with that slender metric demonstrating yet another benefit of leaning into a quartz caliber within. Fully brushed case is finished straightforward and utilitarian in keeping with the model's design concept, with architecture that could also be described as bare bones. A sloping step bezel rests on top of the case with a push-pull sign crown positioned within the safety of crown guards at the 3 o'clock position. The lugs also curve nicely towards the wrist and feature 90-degree angles. A flat screw-down case back works in tandem with the crown in securing this model's capable 100 meters of water resistance, which is nice to see. Set between 20mm lugs, we have a reasonably solid nylon pull-through strap executed in the classic NATO style and matching olive color with rounded stainless steel hardware and a signed pin buckle. And looking briefly at the other references on hand, we have thick leather strap options that are adequate in terms of their finishing, but definitely the straps do leave quite a bit to be desired, and I would probably opt for a third-party option. With that being said, the bracelet supplied on one of the 2 black dial variants is actually very strong for the price point, offering solid end links, a pin-adjusted 3-link style, and a dual deployant hidden clasp constructed from some milled components and complete with 2 half links on either side for perfect sizing. For the upcharge of only $75 over the standard strap model, the bracelet option is one to consider seriously for anyone looking for a bit more refinement from this generally more rugged format. Overall, this case is nothing crazy to write home about. It's more about the business, coming with that more tool-oriented approach. Looking closer at the watch's anterior surface, we have a flat sapphire crystal set flush with the bezel, complete with anti-reflective coating on the underside that makes for an unobstructed view of the dial lying underneath. Now, the general dial design shared by each of the 4 dial colors in the Swiss Army Heritage Collection represents an updated take on both the original field watch concept established by brands like Hamilton, Bulova, Marathon, blended with a few aesthetic elements that call back to Victorinox's first collections. Starting at the dial's outskirts, we have a printed minute track interrupted at the 5-minute positions with tiny square lume plots. Moving inward, Arabic numerals printed in white manage time-telling duties with the Victorinox shield standing in at the 12 o'clock position and a date window occupying the 6 o'clock spot. Near the center, a secondary 24-hour scale is supplied for additional utility, as is often the case with field watches, but broken up here from the 2300 to the 1300 by an oversized Victorinox word mark in model name. Superluminova luminescent material is utilized on the minute track, on the Arabic numerals, and within the brushed steel handset, but does not glow with impressive incandescence, as is often the case with watches in this price point, unless they're coming from Japan, of course, in that dive watch format. And while the Swiss Army Heritage could be accused of lacking originality or anything in the way of novelty from the design point of view, it's relatively well executed for the price while offering an overall look clearly intended for inoffensive mass appeal. Turning the watch over, we have a very simply adorned closed case back, keeping watch over a quartz movement that is, like the rest of the watch, straight out of Switzerland. While some enthusiasts might recoil at the mention of a quartz caliber, the inclusion of a quartz makes a lot of sense considering this model family's more rugged field positioning. Quartz movements are virtually all cases considerably relatively more durable compared to that of their mechanical counterparts, while also being a great deal more accurate. Being a Swiss brand, Victorinox opts for the calibers from Ronda, one of the largest manufacturers of coarse calibers in Switzerland by volume. The Ronda 715 included here is nothing sexy, but it represents an appropriate, durable, accurate, and capable choice for a watch like this Swiss Army heritage. In terms of general specs here, the 715 offers 5 joules, a standard level of coarse accuracy quoted at 10 to 20 seconds per month, as well as a 5-year plus battery life. So now looking at the pros and cons here for this Victorinox Swiss Army heritage, I would say the number one thing that comes to mind first is just going to be the positioning when talking about the negative side. It's tough to separate from the competition when you have brands like Bulova and Hamilton close by, as well as Marathon, who just do such a great job with embodying this idea of a field watch and then also having the history to go along with it. Victorinox, I think, has a good effort here in presenting something, but it's hard, I would say, just based on its proximity to those other brands in the price segment, to really separate. And the other point will be just the coarse movement on the inside. That, although perhaps not being an objective type of criticism given the upside of going with quartz over mechanical options, it still is a point for some enthusiasts out there. But the big pros here for the Victorinox Swiss Army really come down to the modern field watch design formula. It's a nice way of approaching it to a contemporary perspective. You also have a wide variety to choose from. This is one thing that I think they nailed, offering different strap options, dial colors. You have pretty much a choice that might be more in alignment with what you're going for. If you want to go for traditional field watch, you go for something with the black dial, or maybe going for more that olive color if you want that aged type of look. If you want something that's more contemporary in form, maybe going for something like the white dial. Also, the sizing I think is right in the middle of the road, maybe slightly larger than what some might like, but still in a nice sweet spot. And I think these are on a nice long list of solid field watches under $500 to consider. All right, guys, well, thank you again so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That does help out the channel. But also, if you're in the market for this watch, check it out on TeddyBaldassarre.com. TeddyBaldassarre.com is a full authorized dealer for 30 brands, quick and fast fulfillment, dedicated customer support, full factory warranty for all the products that we offer as well, unlike a lot of places online where you go to look to purchase. But guys, thank you again so much for watching. Be well, and I'll see you all very soon.